Welcome back. It's now time for your midday sports roundup.
The lights at the National Stadium have once again been put under the microscope after Tuesday night's CONCACAF Caribbean Cup game between Cavalier and Real Hope FC was held up for approximately 18 minutes due to two towers going out. Minutes before the start of the second half, the two light towers at the southern end went out, forcing a delay to the game. The lighting at the National Stadium has been a talking point for several months, as in June the Reggae Boys had their World Cup qualifying game against the Dominican Republic moved to 3:30 from 6:30 p.m. as CONCACAF had deemed the lights not up to standard for a night game. In August, Independence Park Limited had announced a multi-million-dollar project to upgrade the lights at the stadium. Meanwhile, Cavalier went on to lose the game 2-1, which is their first defeat in the group stage. Cavalier drew first blood when Dwayne Atkinson fired home in the 4th minute. After the restart, Rickanel Cherry and Stevie Modestin from the penalty spot secured Real Hope's first win when they scored 6 minutes apart in the 60th and 66th minute. Cavalier remained on 6 points at the top of the table, while Real Hope moved to 4 points and now sits in second. Meanwhile, after conceding 10 goals in their opening 2 games, Jamaica Women's Premier League champions Fraser's Whip will hope familiar surroundings can be the spark they need to ignite their CONCACAF Women's Champions Cup when they host Tigres at the National Stadium tonight at 7. Fraser's Whip were beaten 5-0 in their opening game against Alajuelense of Costa Rica in their opening game, before suffering a similar defeat to Monterrey in their most recent trip to Mexico. Tigres won their opening game 4-0 against Monterrey. 2023 champions Manchester City will begin their UEFA Champions League campaign when they take on Inter Milan in one of 6 games today. The match, which kicks off at 2 p.m., will be aired live on Hits 92 FM and on TVJ. In other games at 2 p.m., Paris Saint-Germain take on Girona, Celtic face Slavan Bratislava, while Borussia Dortmund are away to Club Brugge. Last year's beaten finalists Heidel will look to continue their impressive start to the Issa Manning Cup when they host Clancarty High at the Homestead Community Centre today. Heidel started their campaign last week with a 9-0 hammering of Arden High. In the other game from Group A, leaders Eltham will play Dunoon Technical at their school grounds. The other 3 games today will come from Group D, where St. Andrew Technical will play Camperdown at Boystown. Vauxhall are at home against Calabar, and Haile Selassie play host to Kingston Technical. Match time is 3:30. And defending champions Clarendon College will go on the hunt for their 3rd straight win in the Issa Da Costa Cup as they face Thompsontown High at Fogo Road in one of 17 games today. Clarendon are currently second in Group H on goal difference after wins over Dembe High and Lennon. Thompsontown's only game to date ended in a 1-0 defeat to Central High. In other games from Zone H, Dembe will host Edwin Allen while Claude McKay entertains Lennon High at Edwin Allen. In the eastern end of the island, Zone L leaders Happy Grove with 3 wins from 3 will travel to Seaford for their game against the host. Yallas High are at home to Morant Bay while Robert Lightburn welcomes Paul Bogle in the other games from the zone. In Zone M, Titchfield take on St. Mary High at Carter Park, while Horace Clark play at home to Port Antonio High. In other games today, St. James High battles Green Pond at Jarrett Park. William Knibb School Grounds will be the venue for their game against Discovery Bay. Magatti play Lacovia at Lacovia Community Centre. Manchester High are at home against the Carteret College, and Alphonsus Davis are on the road against Mile Gully. Homewood Technical take on Knox College at home. Porus plays Garvey at Porus Community Centre. Charlemont travels to Dintil Technical, and Ocherius against Abotna Gallimore at Draxall are the other games today. Matches kick off at 3:30. And that's it for your midday sports. I'm Renardo Brown.
Thanks, Renardo. And that concludes the midday news package. I'm Carrie-Ann Simpson. Join us at 7 for primetime news. On behalf of the news, sports, and production teams, good afternoon.